On the Record is coming to you live from Cleveland, Ohio, and the 2016 Republican National Convention kicks off tomorrow. And this convention is the fourth national convention for the critical swing state of Ohio, the first one dating all the way back to, ready for this, 1876. And everyone is awaiting GOP presumptive nominee Donald Trump, and Donald Trump says he's the law and order candidate. And today, though, following the murders of 3 Baton Rouge police officers, Donald Trump tweeted this: "We grieve for the officers killed in Baton Rouge today. How many law enforcement and people have to die because of a lack of leadership in our country? We demand law and order." Secretary Hillary Clinton also released a statement. It reads in part, "Today's devastating assault on police officers in Baton Rouge is an assault on all of us. There is no justification for violence, for hate, for attacks on men and women who put their lives on the line every day in service of our families and communities." Former director of the Defense Intelligence Agency and author of the brand new book, The Field of Right, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, goes on the record. Nice to see you, General.
Thanks for having me.
Your thoughts today? I mean, we were going to talk about other things, national security things about the convention, but this.
Yeah, I mean, it's another level of complexity that's going on in the world, certainly in the United States. I honestly, I wish that the president had said something different today than what he said. But one thing that I would like to say, because I just caught the last piece of your last part of your show, Superintendent Edmondson down in Louisiana, he is of such high integrity, and he's such a great leader. One of the officers killed today, Officer, I want to make sure I get his name right, Montrell Jackson, in a Facebook posting 3 days ago, and everybody will probably see it, and I think there's a Times article out, but he wrote, "Don't let hate infect your heart." And honest to God, I guess he's got a child. I mean, this type of tragedy cannot happen in this country. We cannot allow the rule of law to break down in this country the way it's breaking down. And in all these cities, even outside here of this convention, we've got people, I heard one today about abolish police. Abolish police was one of the protests that I stopped at today to listen to. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. We have got to have a message from the White House, and I really had wished that the president, I mean, he should have said, hey, all of you people out there, protest peacefully, but lay off the cops. I mean, look at what just happened. We have eight dead, and I think it's 10 wounded. One, I hope, recovers today, but, I mean, in just the last week, from targeted killing, not from just the tough action that happens on the streets of our country, but from targeted killing of police. You know,
not one killing is more painful than the other, but there is something last week in Dallas. Those cops were protecting people's right to protest them. I mean, it's like, they were sitting there just listening to people say horrible things about themselves, yet protecting, protesters' lawful right, constitutional right to have a peaceful protest.
Right.
Even if they're saying awful things about the cops.
I mean, hug a cop. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is at a level now where there has to be, we have to step back. The leadership of this country, and I'm putting my finger on the president at this point, because there have been statements or non-statements, the things that he hasn't said. And in the past, there's things that he has said. And we have to stop that. I mean, we cannot have our country in the state that it's in.
What do you want him to say?
I want him to just say, hey, these groups that are out there that are calling out police like they're calling them out, you can't do that. Protest all you want. You have a right to peaceably protest in this country. And for all these groups that he has met with recently, to say to them, hey, look, if you want to be seen as a legitimate, credible organization that has a legitimate cause, then you've got to tell all these other people that are out there that think that they're part of your organization to knock it off. That's what I want the President of the United States to stand up at a podium and say, without waiting on the talking points that he's going to get. I mean, say it from your heart. And it's just really unbelievable to me.
Indeed it is. And these families, I think of, the children and everything else.
Yeah, it is.
It's just the worst. General, thank you, and it'll be a busy week this week on other topics. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.